Science is all around us, shaping the way we see and interact with the world every single day. Have you ever wondered why things move the way they do, or what makes them stop suddenly? When you kick a soccer ball and watch it soar, see cars zooming by, or leap into the air yourself, movement is happening all around you in big and small ways. But did you know there are special rules that explain all this motion? They're called Newton's laws of motion, and they help us make sense of how and why things move. Sir Isaac Newton, a brilliant scientist from long ago, discovered these amazing laws centuries ago, changing the way we understand our universe. These aren't rules you can just ignore. They're like nature's own instructions, guiding everything from the tiniest pebble to the largest rocket. Newton's laws help us understand everything, from rockets blasting off into space to astronauts floating, to simply walking across your room at home. Science isn't just for people in white lab coats or scientists in big laboratories. It's for everyone, every day, no matter where you are. When you ride your bike, toss a frisbee, or play catch with friends, you're actually using these laws, even if you don't realize it. Newton's 3 laws are like a secret code that unlocks the mysteries of how motion works everywhere in our lives. By the end of this adventure, you'll be able to spot these laws in action everywhere, on the playground, during sports, and even right at home with your family. So put on your thinking cap, get curious, and get ready to see the world in a whole new, exciting way. Let's get moving and dive into some awesome science together. There's so much to discover. Newton's first law of motion is often called the law of inertia, or sometimes even the law of laziness. It means things like to keep doing what they're already doing, unless something makes them change, like a force or an obstacle. For example, a parked car won't move unless you push it. That's inertia in action. If a car is moving, it keeps moving until something, like friction, brakes, or a wall, slows it down or stops it. Inertia is why you need a seatbelt. If the car stops suddenly, your body naturally wants to keep moving forward. The seatbelt provides the force needed to stop you safely and protect you from harm. So inertia isn't just a science idea, it's a life-saving principle that keeps us safe every day. Objects always resist changes to their motion, whether they're at rest or already moving fast. That's Newton's first law in action everywhere, every day. Buckle up. Thanks, inertia, for keeping us aware. Newton's second law of motion connects force, mass, and acceleration. It's a simple idea, but it explains so much about how things move in our world. Whether you're playing sports, driving a car, or just pushing a door open, this law is always at work. The more force you use, the more something speeds up. Give a shopping cart a big push and it rolls away faster. Use a gentle push and it moves slowly, but the heavier it is, the more force you need. That's why moving a heavy box or suitcase takes more effort than moving something light. Imagine pushing a light toy car versus a heavy truck. The car zooms off with just a little push, but the truck barely moves, even if you push really hard. To get the truck moving fast, you need a much bigger push, or even a whole team of people working together. The famous formula is force equals mass times acceleration, or F equals sign mxa. This equation is the key to understanding how much oomph you need to get things going. More force means more acceleration. More mass means less acceleration for the same force. That's why it's easier to push an empty cart than a full one. Throwing a baseball is easy. Throwing a bowling ball fast is much harder. The heavier the object, the more muscle you need to get it moving quickly. Every time you push, pull, or throw, you're using this law, even if you don't realize it. It's happening all around you every single day. It's the engine behind every move you make, from sprinting on a track to pedaling a bike or even just getting up from your chair. Next time you move something, remember, more push, more zoom. That's Newton's second law in action, making everyday life possible. Newton's third law says, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This means that whenever you apply a force to something, it pushes back with the same amount of force, just in the opposite direction. It's a fundamental rule that helps us understand how things move and interact in our world. Forces always come in pairs. If you push on something, it pushes back on you, no matter how big or small the objects are. For example, jump off a boat and the boat moves backward as you move forward. The force you use to leap pushes the boat in the opposite direction. That's action and reaction at work. Every time you push off the ground pushes you up. Rockets blast off by pushing gases down. The gases push the rocket up into the sky. This powerful reaction is what sends rockets soaring into space. Even bouncing a ball shows this law in action. The ball pushes on the floor and the floor pushes back, making the ball bounce up. Lean on a wall and it pushes back on you with the same force, even if you can't see it move. You can't touch without being touched back. Every contact, no matter how gentle, involves two forces acting together. This law explains how birds fly by pushing air down, how fish swim by pushing water back, and how rockets soar by pushing gases downward. Every movement is a partnership of forces, working together in perfect balance, whether you're running, rowing, or simply walking. Newton's third law is everywhere. Just look for the push and the pushback. It's a rule that shapes every action in our daily lives, from sports to simple play. Let's recap Newton's 3 laws of motion together and see how they shape our world. First, inertia. Things stay at rest or keep moving unless a force changes that, like a ball waiting to be kicked. Second, force equals mass times acceleration. More force, more speed, more mass, more effort is needed to move things. Third, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Forces always come in pairs, pushing and pulling together. These laws explain everything from riding a bike to launching rockets into the sky and beyond. Now your mission, be a science detective and look for clues. Spot Newton's laws in action all around you, on the playground, in the kitchen, or anywhere you go. Science isn't just in textbooks, it's in your everyday life, waiting to be discovered. Watch, observe, and see the universe's rules at work all around you. Go out and explore. Science is everywhere, just waiting for you to find it.